Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's Sunday preview. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. 4 Harbingers herald a new season of Warhammer Age of Sigmar and a fresh flavor for Blood Bowl. Change is nigh in the mortal realms as the Dawnbringer crusades ride out to take back what Sigmar lost in the Age of Chaos. So we'll go ahead and skip the little video here and take a look at the full article. So here we have Dawnbringers, Book 1, The Harbingers. Very cool cover art as well. The Harbingers is the first chapter of the new Dawnbringer series. The prologue of an epic tale that tells of the twin-tailed crusades as it marches out from Hammerhall. Beyond the walls of this great city, champions touched by destiny rally forces to bring down the intruders, or aid Sigmar's expedition. Book 1 commences the narrative with sections detailing the genesis of the twin-tailed crusade and the 4 Harbingers who herald just some of the challenges it will face. It contains a new Path of Glory battle pack centered around recruiting Harbingers and establishing communication outposts, as well as rules for 4 new Harbinger heroes and each of the regiments of renown that fought alongside them. And we do also see a Book 1 Harbingers limited edition. Celebrate the twin-tailed crusades with a limited edition that features soft touch cover, gold foil blocking for the text, and gilt page edges. Each limited edition is numbered internally, and they are limited to just 500 copies, so you'll want to act fast if you want to get yours. So 500 of these. It's a cool book and everything, and like everything limited edition, there's definitely some demand for it, but I don't think it'll be too crazy on this one. There are only 500 copies though, so it will probably sell out fairly quickly. And then next we have the new season General's Handbook 2023-2024. Match play in Warhammer Age of Sigmar is getting an update with the latest installment of the General's Handbook. This book, which is designed to last for a full year of match play, contains a new battle pack focusing on the primal magic infusing the wild tundras of Andor. Those with suitable grasp of magic can take advantage of this wellspring of power, but they must beware wizard hunters wielding powerful nullstone enhancements. The battle pack is filled with thematic new rules, including bespoke core battalions, grand strategies, battle tactics, and 12 new battle plans. So I want to comment just a little bit on this General's Handbook. There's a few things that I absolutely love about this. So first, the General's Handbook includes the actual core rules. So if you carry your rules around with you, this has it right in there, which is awesome. Next, they have decided rather than doing the 6-month seasons like they've been doing, they're now going to do 1-year seasons for Age of Sigmar. And that is amazing because the seasons felt rushed before. And in a game where you have to build and paint and then play games, a lot of times by the time you're getting ready or really ramping up the season, it's already coming to an end. And then finally, I did notice something here. We were talking about how this was essentially replacing Galician champions. And I noticed one thing is that with Galician champions, there was a limitation, obviously over 9 wounds, named character, and then also on a mount. But in this case, as far as I've noticed, there's no restriction to mounts. So we'll actually see wizards with mounts are going to be really, really strong this edition. So very interesting how this could change. So definitely exciting. But I think overall, great positive changes. And then also there is the nullstone, which kind of counteracts at least a little bit of the magic. But honestly, magical factions are going to be very strong this edition. All right, and now we have the actual Dawnbringer crusades. So we have Fjori's Flamebearers, a cohort of Fyreslayers led by eponymous Fjori, a Grimhold exile who fights for the honors of his lost kin. These mighty individuals are inspiring as they are tragic, survivors from fallen magmaholds. He is accompanied by 10 Volkite Berserkers as well as 5 Auric Hearthguard and 5 Hearthguard Berserkers, who can be built as 10 of either if you don't want to run the Regiment of Renown in your order armies. So nice box set right here. I'll be back with you guys on the prices as soon as we get those. But as always, these boxes are usually a pretty nice deal, and then the first early access to the special character as well. And next we have Braggit's Rabble-rousers. Grots may be weak on their own, but together they form a mighty horde who will stop at nothing to fulfill their deranged desires. The Rabble-rouser Braggit summons squigs and grots alike to his cause with the help of his booming voice and enchanted squig skull. He leads the collective of crazed greensins called the Goblapalooza, a squig herd of 10 famished cave squigs, and 2 unfortunate squig herders who prod them into battle, plus 10 squig hoppers, who can be built as Boingrot bounders if you don't want to run the Regiment of Renown in your destruction armies. So very cool. Goblapalooza is a ton of awesome models, and I love the new character. and his little bat squigs as well. And next we have for the Flesh Eater Courts, the Morrow Scroll Herald Jerrion acts as an envoy for the vampiric powers that rule the Flesh Eater Courts, a horrifying carrion creature of wizened flesh and bloodied bone, who appears as a noble envoy to those intoxicated by his cannibal madness. He leads 20 frenzied crypt ghouls plus 3 crypt flayers and 3 crypt horrors, which can be built as 6 of either if you don't want to run the Regiment of Renown in your death armies. And just as note, they're specifically saying that because if you do want to run the Regiment of Renown, you need to build it exactly how the box comes. But if you're just going to put these models in your Flesh Eater Courts army, obviously you can run whatever you want, but you're not able to run the actual Regiment of Renown in a Flesh Eater Court army, or vice versa for the other armies. And then we have for the Maggotkin of Nurgle, unlike the rest of Nurgle's devotees, Harbingers of Decay have no sense of humor whatsoever, and share their mirthless misery and foes and followers alike. Unfortunately for their foes, the grim demeanor of these sickening soothsayers is only matched by their rotten efficiency in battle. Phlugoth leads 5 putrid Blight Kings and 2 Puscoil Blight Lords, one of which can instead be built as a Lord of Afflictions, if you don't want to run the Regiment of Renown in your Chaos armies. So very cool. I love all these characters. This one is probably my favorite. It's a remake of an old school model, and they just took it to the next level, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's going to be a pleasure to paint. Very, very cool. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch, and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. And next we've got our Blood Bowl expansion, Gutter Bowl. Leave the glitz of the stadium and take your game to the streets and sewers of the old world in Gutter Bowl, a new archaic game of amateur Blood Bowl action. This is not the realm of professional sportsmen and Cablevision glamour. It's played in the gutters, where players smash through market stalls, balls bounce off sewage pipes, and aspiring legends vie for the attention of the leagues. Rules? What rules? Gutter Bowl is compatible with any Blood Bowl team you have handy, making it a great way to get extra mileage out of your old stalwarts or start a brand new squad. The expansion contains the Gutter Bowl rulebook, a double-sided game board with streets on one side and sewers on the other, and 2 matching dugouts. So cool little expansion, a little something different for you Blood Bowl players out there. And we see the Old World Alliance Blood Bowl team, the Middenheim Maulers, combine the best of the human, dwarf, and halfling worlds in the Old World Alliance Blood Bowl team. This pack of 15 multi-option plastic players builds a diverse and capable team with hardy blockers, dependable throwers, and whatever the halflings are good at, giving coaches the flexible new approach to team building that can cover many of his own weaknesses. So pretty cool. I do like the mixed teams. Nice looking models too. Then we see the Old World Alliance Team Card Pack. Keep track of your players with this pack of team cards, containing 44 reference cards specifically for the Old World Alliance team, alongside rules, reminders, and positional cards to fill in your own players. This deck also includes 16 unique special play cards designed specifically for the Old World Alliance. And then we have the Underworld Denizens Blood Bowl team, the Underworld Creepers. Sneak your way up the pitch and engage in some downright dirty trickery with the Underworld Denizens Blood Bowl team. Combine the best of the Goblin and Skaven teams into one all-star package. This pack of 12 downright dastardly plastic miniatures contains some of the stealthiest players ever seen on the gridiron, such as the lightning-quick Gutter Runner, perfect for scoring a sudden touchdown while your Goblin linemen keep your opponents busy. So again, really cool models right here. Definitely a fan of this team. And then we have the Underworld Denizens Team Card Pack. The Underworld Denizens also get their own packs of team cards, the rules references, and special play cards designed to keep your head out of the rulebook and mind on the game. And then next we have the Space Marine, the board game. Lieutenant Titus returns later this year to shred Tyranids in the Warhammer 40,000 Space Marine 2. He's getting his very own miniature, which will first be available in Space Marine, the board game, which will exclusively available from the Target web store from the 1st of July. The box contains Lieutenant Titus, 20 termagants, 2 Ripper Swarms, and everything you need to play the game, including 40-page story and game rules handbook, a double-sided game board, dice, ruler, and a sheet of tokens. Then we've got a few books coming from Black Library, Children of Teclis, Teclis defeated Nagash in a magical duel that will go down in history, and the great necromancer's tomb is now guarded by his children, the Lumineth Realm Lords. Gods are never truly dead. However, the lore seeker Alarion the Illuminated is searching for knowledge to prevent Nagash's eventual resurrection. Meanwhile, the Idoneth Deepkin, Teclis' abandoned offspring, seek to use the same power to restore their withered souls, no matter the cost. Evan Dickens' Children of Teclis has these close cousins battle each other at great cost, and is available for pre-order next week in hardback, ebook, and audiobook format. Then we have Grombrindal, Chronicles of the Wanderer. Tales of an aged traveler who fights, crafts, and shares stories echoes across the stone halls, scorching magma holds, and bustling skyborn cities of the Duradin. This anthology by David Geimer collects 7 tales of the legendary Grombrindal in one place. It's available for pre-order next week in paperback format. So very cool. We've obviously had a lot of big stuff coming from Warhammer 40,000 with the new edition, but now we have the new season kicking off for Age of Sigmar as well, and the Dawnbringer Crusades, so some excitement for those fantasy players out there also. Let me know what you're excited about, what you're planning on picking up. I'm sure I'm going to end up with some of the new models for sure, and definitely the General's Handbook. And while I do like the idea of the Dawnbringer Crusade books and everything, I have a feeling it's going to be 4 books. They're probably going to come out in rapid succession, and I'm just not sure I'm going to get to them right now with all of the new stuff coming, so I think I'm going to end up passing on those ones. I know my limits, and I've far exceeded them, so this is a little bit of control from me. So let me know what you're going to be picking up or what you're going to be passing on, because you may be just a little bit overwhelmed, or you know you've got plenty on your plate, don't need to get overwhelmed. Special thanks, as always, to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Check them out to save 15%. Link in the description. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I can't wait for the new season of Age of Sigmar. And I'm out of here.